Okay. Make sure you guys can all see this, actually. All right. Okay, come on, show up on the stream. Yeah, you guys, I wonder if my my crew died and my plane was shot to ribbons because perhaps, just perhaps, my pilot had joined in the festivities with myself, consuming some alcoholic beverages right before his mission. Maybe that's why he died. It's possible. I won't accuse a man of incompetence, but it's certainly possible. Okay, guys, so we are back with Ultimate General Civil War. We will start this piece of the stream in literally about 30 seconds. I'm just going to take a quick pause to refill my cup, and I'll be right back with you guys. Legally, we just started Ultimate General Civil War. We have been playing Bomber Command for the last hour and a half, roughly, or not Bomber Command, Bomber Crew, which started off promisingly and ended with the tail of my aircraft being shot off and my airplane crashing into the ground. We're about to start one of the minor battles in Ultimate General Civil War. Probably that will finish us up for the night, but that's where we're at right now. It is Stoloknaya, so it's decent vodka. All right, so the next battle here, ladies and gentlemen, is we return to Ultimate General Civil War. We'll see is the final battle in the 3 battles that they give you as part of Jackson's Valley campaign. It is the Battle of Port Republic. It takes place on June 9th, 1862. And our operations through the valley have forced the Federals to mobilize a significant force within the area, delaying their offensive plans against our capital. A second Union column under General Shields is marching to Port Republic. We must attack and destroy the Union force. This will be the last battle in the area. Defeat the Federals to force the retreat from the valley, then you will be free to move to the support of Richmond. Okay, we do have some additional reputation we've earned. We're not going to spend that yet. We'll wait before the Battle of Gaines Mill. We're going to need to build that second corps out as well, but we're going to wait to do that till the Battle of Gaines's Mill. So we'll go ahead and give this a go. Thank you very much for the compliment, Sonic Fear. I certainly appreciate it. It's always nice to hear people enjoying the material. Have a good one, Pixel. Get some sleep. All right. Oh. Port Republic. Your operations throughout the valley have forced the Federals to mobilize a significant force within the area, delaying their offensive plans against our capital. A second Union column under General Shields is marching to Port Republic. We must attack and destroy the Union force. This will be the last battle in the area. Defeat the Federals to force their retreat from the valley. Then you will be free to move your forces and support the defense of Richmond. Well, our first corps is 16 brigades, not 9, so that's going to be a challenge. But it is what it is. We'll go ahead and start here. We can only bring 9. A Yankee brigade has been spotted taking up positions in the area and must be the vanguard of General Shields' division. So it looks like they've got some good ground on a hill. We've only got 1 brigade available. We're advancing against this position. Well, we've actually got 2 brigades. Looks like Enfield's and Stonewall Brigade, as well as ourselves. So we've got 2 brigades. We've got to take this position. It's good ground. Good defensive position. We'll see how this works. Not sure about the best way to flank them. I vaguely remember playing this battle as the Union, and it was pretty easy to defend. We're going to swing Enfield wide here. We're going to move the Stonewall Brigade. Well, we're going to move them wide, too, just so they can move quicker. Then they're going to advance on the center. I'm also going to go ahead and send some skirmishers forward here to scout ahead of us, so we don't hopefully run into any enemy surprises. The only difficulty here is what I really should have done was I should have built my second corps, equipped it with the 9 brigades that I wanted to have in this fight, and left it there. Because the way it is now, I only brought, you know, I didn't pick my units, so it kind of gets assigned to me based on what the computer thinks. Okay. Yeah, creating the second corps in advance to gain some experience probably would have been the intelligent thing to do. Enemy skirmishers. Retreat, Butcher, retreat. Alright. So... What? We're being charged by skirmishers? I did not expect that. Man, I could really use my... Right, you stay here. Right about now, I could really use my cavalry that's not on the field here. So Stonewall is in some good ground. I don't know if he can shoot from there. He's obviously in range of the enemy. Alright, so he's on 100% cover, so hopefully he can deal the enemy a little bit of a blow. We're going to try and flank here. Right. The only thing is this pursuit is going to tire out the Enfield Brigade. Probably stumble into additional enemy troops, too. That would be my guess. There's certainly enemy artillery over here. Alright. Get our other skirmishers up here. How are they doing? Oh, they're doing well. Another Yankee brigade spotted. They're part of Tyler's force. Alright, so we captured these skirmishers. Awesome. I'm gonna bring these up into the woods. Stonewall is doing well. Bring the main brigade this way. I think we'll advance the Enfield Brigade along the flank. The enemy skirmishers surrendered. We're going to go ahead and pull them out from the field. Waiting for my reinforcements. Get these guys into the woods. I don't know where this additional Federal Brigade is. Let's move our men into these houses. Those make good terrain. Alright, enemy artillery here. I suppose we can open up on them. Hopefully knock the battery out here. Alright. Additional troops are arriving from Cross's Keys. So we've got 4 more brigades on the scene. We've also got Forrest's cavalry. Let's get them up here quickly. Let's actually get everybody up here. We'll just kind of advance them en masse. We'll go ahead and pull the skirmishers, continue to pull them out. Alright, so the Enfield's brigade, let's get into these houses here. Drove back the artillery at least. They've got Tyler's brigade on their flank. Hopefully the enemy doesn't counterattack, but their orders are going to basically be to hold their ground. Cavalry under Forrest will go gobble up this enemy skirmisher unit. It's advancing on us. How are these guys doing? Alright, so they're giving better than they're getting. Everybody is so far. So that's good. Robertson's artillery is probably going to fire into our flank here. And 2 brigades up here. And then have Forrest charge into these skirmishers. Should finish these guys off for good. They're more of a nuisance than anything. You can see them just plummeting. Alright, they're routing. I would imagine they're about to surrender or just vanish. There you go. Good job, Forrest. Alright, let's bring this artillery forward. Put these guys in the woods. Put Doles' rifles, the Orphan Brigade, and the Lorenz Brigade on the flank of Carroll here. Then we're going to advance into them. We're going to move the Alabama Brigade to the flank of the Enfield Brigade here. We're taking some pretty heavy losses. They're in pretty good ground, but the enemy's, I think, in better ground. Move Forrest forward. Move the Napoleons into these... Move all the artillery into this wood. There's open ground here that the enemy would be really exposed. Trying to put some skirmishers out here. How do I do that? So I don't have the option to do skirmishers? Oh, I've already put skirmishers out for him. That's why. Shoot. Thanks, Forrest. I didn't want you to charge forward and take those casualties. That was kind of foolish. Alright, keep pushing them back. We're about to take the objective. Fire to their flank. Tyler's in a bad spot here. The Enfield Brigade's getting chewed up, unfortunately. Tyler should be retreating here. Alright. So enemy reinforcements surely will be coming up. There's still 2 hours left in this fight. Did not want to lose the casualties that I lost from that one brigade, but overall, I think things are going okay. Need to get some troops here. These guys will be here. Mississippi will put on the flank. They're a little bit more exposed. Put the Texas over here. And frankly, there's no reason for the Alabama Brigade to go over here. They're just going to lose casualties. So we're going to refuse the flank here. We're just going to stick in this wood line here over on the left. Other than this observation point, there's really, I don't think, any value to us being out there. We'll just increase our casualties for really little gain. So we'll build kind of a mini little Gettysburg line, a little fish hook here. Bring some artillery up for support. Bring our cavalry up as well in the open ground here on the left to kind of scout out enemy movements. And we'll kind of hang out here. Okay. Right now the hill is ours. Maybe we send some skirmishers out front as well. Into these woods. Just to see what the enemy's up to. I gotta imagine they're about to get reinforcements. Federal troops just came after the Battle of Cross Keys. Enemy reinforcements are arriving. These guns in here. Hopefully, maybe we can destroy their supply wagon or capture it. Trying to retreat across a river. Our men are charging and catching up. Can they get there? Get there. Can they get there? Get there! Speed up, boys! Huzzah! Supplies are ours. Alright. Skirmishers can come in behind and try and hit Carroll from behind. Tyler's advancing through the open. So the Texas Brigade has good weapons too. They've got some Lorenzes. So why don't you shoot at the enemy artillery batteries? If you can see them. Alright, go that way. You think there's enemy? Oh, shoot! Well, apparently the enemy's coming up our rear. I didn't expect them to come from the north. Shows how much attention I pay. Let's run you guys into those woods. Now, frankly, there's no pressure to our front, so most of these guys can just turn around and shoot at the enemy as they come from behind. Let's advance you here. We're kind of shifting our line, forming a new line here. We'll bring 2 brigades forward to deal with this guy. Hopefully we can cause these guys to surrender, actually. We've got 3 brigades to their front. Alright, the Lorenz Brigade here, the Orphan Brigade, the Alabama Brigade. Put them in a little bit better ground if we can. I'm trying to get these guys to surrender. That's the end goal here. Alright, so the enemy's coming up behind us. These Napoleons are going to shift. Rennes is losing casualties and not inflicting any. Come on, surrender already. You guys are caught between 3... You would just give up. Give up! Do it! Please! Orphan Brigade's doing well. Alabama Brigade is shattering Bowling here. Lorentz Brigade isn't doing as well. They're much more in the open than I would have liked. I think we drove Tyler back. Carroll's almost retreating into our flank, though. That's the challenge. He's retreating into the Orphan Brigade's flank and causing a melee. Alright, so the other brigade there is retreating. Carroll's almost in the open. Fire a volley on those guys. Alright, so Bohan's retreating. Nice. Nice, very nice. There you go. Alright. So I think we'll move these guys over here. And, you know, someone was also recommending that we fight these battles out longer than they are scripted for. Basically suggesting that I can use that extra time to inflict more casualties, which will have substantial impact on like the number of weapons we capture and all sorts of things like that. Carroll's brigade is evaporating away. I don't want them to trick me and like get anything into surprise. They don't have a lot of infantry though. Horse Brigade is getting killed. Another wise soul advised getting rid of all my cavalry, so maybe I won't replace force casualties. Cavalry is useful in certain types of battles in this game, but there's also a lot of battles where it's kind of pointless. Like in this battle, sure, it was nice to sweep up one of those skirmishers, but it really, you know, I don't know if it provided more value than it you know, cost to have, if you will. Trying to rout that enemy artillery. Move one of these brigades this way. I think we destroyed that enemy artillery battery. We'll make sure with the Texas Brigade. And we're going to attack up these slopes. We're probably going to take casualties we don't need to take. Okay. We may be making this a bloodier fight than we want. I'm not sure. You know what? No, that's the wrong way to go. Let's ignore this. Let's keep one brigade maybe. Pull Doles back. Put one brigade to guard this ford. That is just a bad route to take toward the enemy. Doles, you should not be retreating that direction. We're going to move across this bridge. We're going to shatter Milroy first. We're going to move across the bridge. Move them into the observation point. The Texas Brigade will help finish off Tyler. Forrest is going to go into melee here. It'll prevent the enemy from shooting at us. It'll give us some free volleys at him. Close the range. Okay, Milroy, die already. Man, these are big Union brigades, I will say that. Move this artillery up to support. Mississippi Brigade's going to be on the defensive over here. We're going to move them in. Bill's rifle's also going to be on the defensive over here. The enemy may come across that ford to try and deal with us. 2 brigades firing on Tyler. They're not, neither one, the issue is neither one of them's in terribly good cover. Oh, god damn it. Fire a volley at them. Don't. Alright, we're gonna bring Forrest up for when Tyler's retreating. I would presume we want to have cavalry charge into retreating enemy infantry at least. Alright, so they're retreating. Milroy's retreating. Will advance the Alabama Brigade and the Stonewall Brigade. On that enemy flank, we'll have Lorenz deal with whatever brigade this is. 3 brigades against 1 here. Although Lorenz is getting hit in the flank by enemy artillery. So quickly drove him back. Alright, keep that artillery over there. The Alabama boys. We'll all move into those woods. And Tyler's retreating. Awesome. Just need to keep up the pressure here, pursue him, and drive him back. Yeah, I'm just not very good at using my cavalry. I think cavalry can be useful. I've seen them be very useful in battles. I'm just bad at making them useful. Which is obviously on me, not, you know, not on anyone but me being bad at this game. Alright. To deploy skirmishers to try and alleviate the enemy, you know, I may pull my guys back if these guys are charging here. My guys can fire through skirmishers, right? Yeah. Looks like it. But I am going to keep fighting. I want to see how badly I can shatter these guys. Maybe it's my own vanity, but I'm just really curious if I can wipe out their whole army. Drive them off the map, maybe. That'd be fun. Alright. They just retreated off the map. I want to try and get some of this artillery here, really, at the end of the day. That's what I'm trying to do. Nice. We hit him with 2 volleys before our cavalry charged into him. And now they're just melting. Hopefully, anyway. They're still outnumbered like 7-1 in terms of the melee, but the enemy is routing. So you'd expect the cavalry to have the edge, especially when you've got infantry brigades pouring volleys into them. Another volley, another volley. Finish these guys off. Make him. Oh no, Force Brigade just routed away. Lame. I hope I keep Force the commander, even though his unit was destroyed. I don't remember how that works. The unit's destroyed, do you keep the commander? Wow, these are just... They're not even shooting back. They're just like, we're at the edge of the map. We can't run anywhere. At least until the brigade gets destroyed, which is probably just about to happen. Maybe the next volley. Man, when they said it wasn't war, it was murder. They were referring to this exact corner of the battlefield. Alright, we drove the enemy back. We're going to advance across the bridge here. I'm going to try and destroy what's left of the enemy artillery. Our own troops are losing a lot more casualties than I would like. Alright, so their other guys retreated off the map. Destroyed. Look at all those. How'd they not surrender? But anyway, look at all those dead bodies piled up there in the corner. Definitely not a super efficient battle in terms of casualties for us. We obviously lost a lot more than I would have liked. But we also inflicted a lot more than I think I thought I would. I'm just trying to kind of maximize my captures here in terms of weaponry. Recently found out Forrest Granson was the first U.S. general killed in World War II. Interesting. Yeah, Forrest, not exactly the kind of person I'd say anyone should mentor anyone on. Especially when you look at his post-war politics, you know. But outside of that, you know, certainly a great military commander in terms of his ability. Okay. Oh. Destroy that artillery. Stonewall move forward, destroy that artillery. Goals, everybody else move across the river. And there shouldn't be any enemy troops left soon, hopefully. Alright, artillery routing. Okay. Oh, oops. Can you still hit from over there? I thought they were out of range. Why don't you halt? Come on, General Butcher. Butcher the enemy. That must be your goal. That must be your watchword. Carroll's brigade is suffering as we drive them all back. Okay. I haven't played Forge of Freedom much at all. That's an interesting game I should give a look to. I own it. I bought it when they started their like weekly sales, which by the way I haven't been paying a lot of attention to see if they're still doing that. They like have a weekly sale on a back catalog item. But bought it when they did that. I also bought Bombing the Reich, Battle of Britain and Bombing the Reich when they did that. But I haven't checked out to see what they've been doing lately in terms of their back catalog. Stonewall, you're blocked. Why don't you get out of the way there? You guys, Lorenz, shoot at the damn artillery. There you go. Route it. Alright, we got 3 brigades firing at Bohein's brigade, who's in the open. So, hopefully we get in a situation where everybody's routing, and everybody's pinned up against the north side of the map, and we can do a whole bunch of damage, which should bring up our artillery too. The southern brigades are making their return here to the north. Alabama, Mississippi, Doles, all pursuing here. We're relatively well spread out here. Everyone should be able to more or less shoot at the enemy. Oh, Melee didn't want that. Point-blank volley from Lorenz's. And Milroy is routed. Huzzah! Alright. Keep pursuing north. We'll see how this all plays out. I'm still not convinced that it's worth doing this, but I guess we'll see. Carroll's routing. Milroy's routing. Alright, one unit just routed away. They'll run through our lines, but it's okay. They're running home. We, the Union Army, have an army for the next battle. Yes, the Union Army always has an army for next battle. No matter what, it's impossible to completely destroy their army. They will magically reappear. Okay. Yeah, this is obviously gaming the system. Like, oh, you pinned them up against an imaginary wall, and now they just run in circles and don't shoot at you, and you get target practice. Yeah, that's not fair. Artillery Napoleons come up. We'll see if we even need you. The enemy may be gone before you actually get a go here. Bowine's brigade has gotta be almost dead. See if these artillery pieces get into action. I'm thinking they're in canister range. We should be able to see if they'll be able to pound into them. Yeah, I mean, that is a bit of an issue in the game, the fact that the enemy army always sort of magically regenerates. You'd expect the artillery to shoot now if they're not. Okay, yep, there you go. And they're shooting. Wow. Bowine's really... Okay, there he goes. So the enemy's down to their final brigade. They're not shooting back. And they're melting away. Yeah. I think right now this might be borderline a war crime, so let's keep that in mind here as we ravage the enemy. Let's be respectful of this. They're only pixels after all. You import Russians to maintain an army. Oh boy. Thomas, what is that from? What battle was that from? The quote you just mentioned? There was I think the actual quote was, "Don't you love your countrymen?" And they said, "Yes, General, we love it so much we're running back to it." Was it Chancellorsville? Alright, Milroy's almost done. Would have been good XP for the 2nd Corps, no doubt. But I'm greedy. I want my commander to be the senior commander, and I've had, in the Union campaign, I had AI commanders outrank me, which was bizarre to me, and not something that I tolerate, frankly. I need to be the senior commander at all times. So, you know what? These 3 brigades, anyway, are going to get a whole bunch of experience. Good too, because at least one of them lost pretty heavily. Okay, victory, there you go. All the enemy units destroyed. The enemy lost 9,000, we lost 2,500. The enemy lost 37 guns, we lost 10. Oh, actually 10 men, no guns. And 365 missing of theirs. We lost 370 cavalry. That was about the only thing that we lost a lot of. Carroll's brigade of the enemy actually killed 1,000 of our men. They inflicted almost half our casualties all by themselves. Alfred Doles was wounded Brigadier General, but Daryl Siegfried was promoted to Brigadier General. In terms of weaponry, well, not as much as I would have hoped. We rescued, over 2,500 casualties, we rescued 336 of our Enfields, 494 of our Mississippis, 389 of our Lorenzes, 250 of our Colts. So all told, the Colts don't count because those are cavalry, so we rescued about 1,000 of our weapons. We also captured some 590 1855 Springfields, 1,100 Palmettos, 500 1842s, and 12 Napoleons. The Napoleons will come in handy. The Sharps I will never touch again. Okay, good to know. So victory there, guys. We also get an additional 606 recruits because we captured 365 enemy prisoners. We get a boost of +4 reputation, $98,000, 5,600 recruits, and because of our medical training as well. By the way, we just maxed out politics here. Yeah, so we should be able to max these guys out pretty easily. Not much of a experience hit by paying out that brigade. These guys, it's a pretty tough hit. We go veterans is 24,000, but I want to keep that money for the second corps. We're going to go mostly rookies here. I think the experience gained in that battle will offset the fact that we're using rookies largely to replace veterans. All right, so replacement weapons could be a challenge for some of these units too. Depending on the weapon they have, we may not have a whole lot in stock. Our artillery battery just gained a perk here, so we're going to make them better call accuracy and firearms. We'll go with that. Awesome. So that was the one brigade they got to upgrade. Dole's rifles, unfortunately, they have Lorenz's. We can't equip all of our troopses. Troopses? We can't equip all of our troops. It's almost a full brigade. Not quite. So we're about 56 men shy of a full brigade. That's fine. We need a new commander as well. We'll put... we're going to hire a brigadier general to command him. Spend some money to do that. And there you go. So our first corps is recreated. We have 21,000 recruits to build the second corps. You can see our first corps is a total of 22,000 soldiers. So we should be able to build almost a completely full corps. When you look at all the weapons we have in stockpile, 14,000 Springfields will be the bulk of our forces. Skirmish, I'm not going to do anything with sharps, so we're going to sell off all of those. Cavalry, we'll keep some of that around. I don't know. We've got a lot of artillery pieces if we need to raise a little bit of money or just raise new batteries. We've basically got 2 full batteries of howitzers. I usually do 16 guns as my max. We got a full battery of field guns. We've got almost a full battery of Napoleons. We got a lot of guns to choose from. So overall, we're doing well. Additionally, we've got 39 reputation. We can spend 19 of that. If we wanted some extra money, we could spend it. Get a few extra recruits, get some extra weapons, some parrots, you know, get some better commanders. We've got some options there. What I will say is that will be the topic for the next time around, guys. That's the end of this video. That's the end of this, you know, battle. So we're going to go ahead and save this fight here. We're about to fight the Battle of Gaines's Mill. That's the next fight. It's one of the grand battles, and we'll need 2 corps for that fight. But we will do that next time. So I appreciate you all tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this stream, both Bomber Command and Ultimate General Civil War. And with that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and take my leave. And I hope you guys had a nice night. I appreciate everybody tuning in for watching. And until next time, this is the Historical Gamer saying thank you for watching, and I'm out.